Did you know that blood clots are a major cause of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular issues? Their formation can obstruct blood flow, leading to severe health complications. Our blood naturally forms clots to heal injuries, but sometimes these clots can become harmful and block vital arteries. Research shows that nearly 900,000 people in the US experience deep vein thrombosis or pulmonary embolism every year, both of which can be linked to dangerous clot formation. But what if I told you that certain fruits can actually help dissolve blood clots and promote better circulation? Yes, some fruits are packed with natural compounds that support healthy blood flow and reduce the risk of clot formation. These fruits can help your body maintain optimal circulation and cardiovascular health. So what are these magical fruits, and how can they help keep your blood flowing freely? Keep watching as we break down the 8 best fruits to melt blood clots and boost your heart health naturally. Before we begin, take a moment to comment below and let us know where you're watching from. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Let's jump into it. Number 1, pineapple. Pineapple is a tropical fruit known for its sweet taste and juicy texture. It contains an enzyme called bromelain, which can act on proteins in the blood. Bromelain works on the mesh that holds a clot together, helping to break it into smaller pieces. When you eat pineapple, you get a natural dose of this enzyme along with water, fiber, and vitamins. Over time, regular pineapple intake can support the body's own processes to keep blood flowing smoothly. Bromelain acts by cutting through fibrin, the protein that forms the backbone of a blood clot. Fibrin strands weave together to form a stable network whenever bleeding occurs. Bromelain targets these strands and trims them, weakening the bond that holds the clot in place. At the same time, bromelain can help activate plasminogen, a protein precursor in blood, turning it into plasmin. Plasmin is the body's main molecule for dissolving clots. With both actions, bromelain speeds the breakdown of unwanted clots. Laboratory studies have shown that bromelain can slow down the rate at which clots form and can weaken existing clots. In blood samples tested in vitro, adding purified bromelain lengthened the time it took for blood to clot and reduced the overall strength of the clot. These tests also found that bromelain reduced the stickiness of platelets, the cells that gather to form a plug at the site of injury. While lab results do not always match real-life situations, they point to pineapple as a food choice that supports clot-dissolving activity. To benefit from bromelain's effects, you can eat fresh pineapple every day. A typical serving of 1 to 2 cups provides a modest amount of bromelain, along with vitamin C, manganese, and dietary fiber. If you find fresh pineapple too tart, or if you want a higher dose, pineapple supplements standardized for bromelain are available. Common supplemental doses range from 250 to 1,000 milligrams of bromelain extract taken 2 or 3 times daily. Always follow label instructions or the advice of a healthcare professional when using supplements. Beyond bromelain, pineapple offers nutrients that support healthy blood vessels. Vitamin C helps the body build and repair connective tissue, including the lining of blood vessels. Manganese plays a role in enzymes that protect cells from damage. Fiber helps maintain healthy cholesterol levels and supports balanced blood sugar, both of which can affect clotting risk over time. The combination of these factors makes pineapple a well-rounded choice for cardiovascular support. People on blood-thinning medications such as warfarin, aspirin, or clopidogrel should be cautious. Bromelain can boost the effects of these drugs and raise the chance of bruising or bleeding. If you plan surgery or dental work, it is best to stop high-dose bromelain supplements a week or 2 beforehand. Fresh pineapple in normal food amounts is less likely to cause issues, but still discuss any major dietary changes with your doctor if you take blood thinners. To include more pineapple in your day, add fresh chunks to fruit salads, smoothies, or green salads. Grill thick slices for a warm treat that brings out natural sweetness. Blend pineapple with yogurt for a creamy snack, or stir it into salsas for bright flavor. By making pineapple a regular part of your meals, You give your body a gentle, food-based way to help manage unwanted blood clots. Number 2, papaya. Papaya is a soft, orange-fleshed fruit grown in warm climates around the world. It has a mild, sweet flavor and buttery texture that blends into many dishes. The active compound in papaya is papain, an enzyme similar to bromelain. Papain acts on proteins, including those that form blood clots. By digesting parts of the clot structure, papain helps shorten the lifespan of clots and supports the body's natural clearing processes. Papain targets fibrinogen and fibrin, the building blocks of a clot. It cuts through the bonds that link fibrin monomers into long strands. By doing so, it weakens the overall structure and makes it easier for plasmin, another natural clot-busting molecule, to finish the job. Papain also appears to interfere with platelet aggregation, the first step in clot formation. Platelets normally stick together to seal a break in a blood vessel, but papain reduces their ability to clump, slowing the initial plug. In laboratory models, papain has shown clear clot-lysing activity. Tests on human blood samples found that adding papain extended both the time needed for a clot to form and the time required for clotting factors to activate. Animal studies using papain extracts have reported lower rates of thrombus formation in controlled assays. While these results come from lab and animal work, they suggest that papaya could help reduce the risk of excessive clotting in people prone to blockage. Eating ripe papaya regularly is the easiest way to get papain. A single cup of fresh papaya provides several grams of the enzyme. The taste is sweet and mildly tropical, making it easy to blend with other fruits in smoothies or fruit bowls. Papaya supplements are also on the market, some listing the amount of papain by weight or activity units. If you choose a supplement, follow label directions or your healthcare provider's recommendation for dose and timing. Papaya brings more than papain to the table. It is rich in vitamin C, vitamin A and folate, all of which help maintain healthy blood vessels. Dietary fiber in papaya supports balanced cholesterol and blood sugar, factors that influence clotting. Papaya also provides antioxidants that protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, which can injure vessel walls and trigger clot formation as a response. If you take blood-thinning medications, be aware that high levels of papain can increase bleeding risk. Those on warfarin, heparin, or antiplatelet drugs should discuss papaya supplements or a major increase in papaya consumption with their doctor. People allergic to latex or certain fruits may experience reactions to papaya, especially to the unripe fruit or the sap. For most people, though, ripe papaya in food amounts is safe and well tolerated. To enjoy more papaya, slice it into cubes for a refreshing snack. Blend it into a green smoothie with leafy greens, banana, and a splash of lime. Stir papaya chunks into salsas for fish or chicken dishes. Papaya can also be mashed and spread on toast or folded into yogurt. By adding this soft fruit to daily meals, you give your body a steady source of papain and other nutrients that support clot management. Number 3, pomegranate. Pomegranate is a round fruit with a tough outer shell and jewel-like seeds inside. Each red seed, called an aril, delivers sweet juice and a small edible seed. The seeds and juice contain polyphenols, plant compounds that include punicalagins and anthocyanins. These molecules help protect blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and support the body's ability to manage clot formation. Polyphenols in pomegranate act on several steps in the clotting process. They reduce platelet stickiness, making platelets less likely to form an initial plug. They also help lower levels of fibrinogen, the precursor to fibrin strands. With less fibrinogen, there is less substrate available to build a stable clot. Pomegranate compounds may also boost nitric oxide in blood vessels, helping vessels relax and improving blood flow, which further reduces clotting risk. Studies in animals have shown that pomegranate extracts reduce the size of clots formed in controlled injury models. Experiments in rabbits fed pomegranate juice reported longer bleeding times and lower fibrinogen levels. In mice, pomegranate leaf extract prevented the formation of dangerous clots in arteries and veins and protected against damage from blocked blood flow. These findings suggest both juice and extract can play a role in maintaining clear blood vessels. Humans have also benefited in clinical trials. People who drank a glass of pomegranate juice daily for several weeks saw modest drops in blood pressure and markers of vessel stiffness. Some studies reported lower platelet aggregation in response to common triggers, indicating a softer response to injury. While these effects do not replace medical treatment, they add a dietary layer of support for those at risk of clots. To use pomegranate in food form, eat the seeds alone or sprinkle them on salads, yogurt, or oatmeal. You can also sip 200 to 250 milliliters of pure pomegranate juice each day. Juice concentrates differ in potency, so choose products without added sugars and those labeled as pure juice. Extract supplements standardized for polyphenols are another option. Follow dosing instructions carefully. Pomegranate is safe for most people when eaten or drunk at normal levels. However, it may interact with certain blood pressure medications or statins by affecting how the liver breaks down these drugs. If you take prescription medicine, check with your healthcare provider before making pomegranate a daily habit. Otherwise, this ruby red fruit offers a tasty way to support blood vessel health and clot management. Number 4, blueberries. Blueberries are small, round berries prized for their sweet tart taste and deep blue color. They contain anthocyanins, which give them their hue and act as antioxidants. These compounds help protect blood vessel cells from damage and reduce factors that can lead to clot formation. Adding blueberries to the diet is a simple way to boost natural defenses against unwanted clots. Anthocyanins in blueberries support the health of the inner lining of blood vessels, called the endothelium. A healthy endothelium produces nitric oxide, which helps vessels relax and improves blood flow. Improved flow means the risk of blood pooling and clotting is lower. Anthocyanins also limit the release of signals that call platelets to gather, reducing the chance of clots forming after minor vessel injury. In human tests, volunteers who ate wild blueberries daily showed better blood vessel function and lower blood pressure after 1 month. Other trials using purified anthocyanin supplements found reduced platelet stickiness and lower levels of fibrinogen. These changes point to a lower clot risk, especially for people with mild vessel stiffness or high blood pressure. While these trials are small, they highlight how berry-rich diets support vascular health. To get these benefits, eat a cup, about 150 grams, of fresh or frozen blueberries each day. You can add them to cereal, yogurt, or salads, or blend them into smoothies. If fresh berries are out of season, frozen berries offer similar nutrient levels. Anthocyanin supplements exist, but whole fruit gives you fiber, vitamins, and other phytochemicals that work together to protect vessels. Blueberries also provide vitamin C, vitamin K, and manganese. Vitamin C is needed for collagen production, which keeps vessel walls strong. Vitamin K plays a role in clotting, helping the body stop bleeding when needed without overreacting. Manganese supports enzymes that guard against cell damage. Together, these nutrients make blueberries a well-rounded choice for cardiovascular health. There are few downsides to eating blueberries. Their sugar content is relatively low compared to other fruits, making them safe for most people, including those managing blood sugar. No major interactions with blood-thinning drugs have been reported at food-level amounts. However, if you take prescription antiplatelet or anticoagulant medicine, mention your blueberry intake to your doctor to rule out any concerns. Number 5. Kiwi. Kiwi is a small fruit with bright green flesh and tiny black seeds. It has a fresh, slightly tangy flavor and a soft texture that blends well in many dishes. Kiwi contains actinidin, an enzyme that can break down proteins, including those in blood clots. It also offers vitamin C, potassium, and fiber, all of which support healthy blood vessels and normal blood pressure. Actinidin works on the fibrin network of a clot by cutting strands into smaller pieces. In lab tests, kiwi extract reduced platelet aggregation in response to common triggers such as ADP and collagen. This makes platelets less likely to form the initial plug that starts a clot. In separate studies, actinidin helped degrade existing clots over several hours in test tube conditions, suggesting it can assist the body's natural clot-dissolving processes. In human trials, people who ate 2 to 3 kiwi fruits per day for 4 weeks showed lower levels of platelet activity compared with those who ate apples or no fruit. Their blood was slower to form clots in lab assays, indicating a milder clotting response. These results suggest that daily kiwi consumption can add a gentle food-based way to manage excessive clotting in people at risk. To enjoy kiwi's benefits, eat 1 to 2 kiwi fruits each day. Peel and slice them into a bowl, mix them with other fruits, or blend them into a smoothie. If you prefer supplements, look for actinidin standardized extracts and follow dosing guidance. Whole fruit remains the best choice for its combination of fiber, vitamins, and enzymes working together. Kiwi also provides a high dose of vitamin C, which helps build and maintain vessel walls and supports immune function. Potassium helps balance fluids and blood pressure, keeping vessels from stretching under pressure. Fiber supports healthy cholesterol levels and feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn can influence inflammation and vascular health. Most people tolerate kiwi well, though a small number may have allergies that cause itching or swelling in the mouth. Those with bleeding disorders or on blood-thinning drugs should talk with their doctor before adding large amounts of kiwi or actinidin supplements. For everyone else, this bright green fruit is an easy, tasty way to help support natural clot management. Number 6, grapes. Grapes are small, juicy fruits that grow in clusters on vines. They come in green, red, purple, and black varieties. These berries contain compounds called flavonoids, especially a molecule named resveratrol. Resveratrol helps keep blood flowing by acting on both platelets and vessel walls. Eating grapes gives you resveratrol along with water, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Resveratrol works in 2 main ways. First, it limits the signals that make platelets stick together. When platelets do not clump as easily, the initial plug at a damaged site forms more slowly. Second, resveratrol boosts the production of nitric oxide in vessel linings. Nitric oxide helps vessels relax and widens them slightly. Wider vessels reduce pressure on the clotting system and make it easier for blood to flow past small blockages. In lab tests, resveratrol cut the activity of enzymes that build fibrin, the protein threads that hold a clot in place. It also encouraged a natural enzyme called plasmin to break those threads apart. Small human trials showed that people who ate grapes or drank grape juice daily had better measures of vessel health after 4 weeks. Their blood was slower to clot in lab tests, pointing to a milder clotting response. To get these benefits, eat a cup of fresh grapes each day. 1 cup weighs about 150 grams and provides a modest amount of resveratrol. You can eat grapes alone or toss them into salads and yogurt. If you want a higher dose, resveratrol supplements are available. Typical supplement doses range from 50 to 150 milligrams per day, often split into 2 servings. Always follow the label or ask a health professional before starting a new supplement. Grapes bring more than resveratrol. They also supply vitamin C, vitamin K, and potassium. Vitamin C supports vessel lining repair. Vitamin K helps the body control clotting without overreacting. Potassium balances fluids and blood pressure. Fiber in grapes helps control cholesterol and blood sugar. Together, these nutrients add to the fruit's overall support for healthy circulation. If you take blood thinner medications such as warfarin or aspirin, talk to your doctor before adding large amounts of grapes or taking resveratrol supplements. Resveratrol can increase the effect of some drugs and raise bleeding risk. For most people, eating grapes as part of a balanced diet poses little risk, but supplements carry higher active doses and deserve careful use. To include more grapes in your meals, freeze them for a cool snack. Halve them and stir into green salads. Blend grapes with spinach, banana, and water for a simple smoothie. Roast grapes with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of salt as a side dish for fish or chicken. By making grapes a daily habit, you give your body a gentle boost to help manage clot formation. Number 7, strawberries. Strawberries are bright red berries with a sweet taste and tiny seeds on the surface. They contain anthocyanins, a type of flavonoid that lends color and supports vessel health. These berries also hold vitamin C, folate, and manganese. Eating strawberries delivers anthocyanins along with fiber and other plant compounds that work together to help control clotting. Anthocyanins in strawberries act on several points in the clotting process. They reduce platelet stickiness so that platelets do not gather too quickly at vessel breaks. They also help lower levels of fibrinogen, the protein that transforms into fibrin strands during clot formation. With less fibrinogen available, clots tend to be weaker and easier to remove by the body's own enzymes. Lab studies on strawberry extracts found that anthocyanins slowed the rate at which blood samples turned into clots. In vivo tests in animals showed smaller clots forming after vessel injury when the diet included strawberry compounds. In small human studies, people who ate a cup of strawberries daily for 1 month had better measures of vessel function and modest drops in markers tied to clot risk. To use strawberries for clot support, eat about 1 cup of berries each day, roughly 150 grams. You can mix them into oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or enjoy them with a dollop of plain yogurt. Freeze berries to keep in hand year-round. If fresh berries are not in season, frozen berries offer similar levels of anthocyanins and nutrients. Strawberries also supply vitamin C, which helps maintain the strength of vessel walls. Folate supports healthy red blood cells and vessel repair. Manganese plays a role in enzymes that protect cells from damage. The fiber in strawberries slows sugar absorption and helps balance cholesterol, 2 factors that affect clot risk over time. People on blood thinner medications should mention their berry intake to a healthcare professional. At food level amounts, strawberries pose low risk. However, high-dose anthocyanin supplements could amplify the effects of drugs like warfarin or clopidogrel. A doctor can advise on diet and supplement choices based on your personal health profile. To enjoy strawberries, slice them into salads for a sweet contrast. Blend them with kale or spinach for a nutrient boost. Layer sliced berries between whole grain toast and nut butter for a quick snack. You can also bake them into whole grain muffins or turn them into a simple fruit sauce for pancakes. By eating strawberries daily, you give your body a natural way to help keep clotting balanced. Number 8, oranges. Oranges are round citrus fruits with bright orange rinds and juicy segments inside. They contain hesperidin, a flavonoid found in the peel and pulp. Hesperidin helps vessel walls stay healthy and limits factors that lead to clot formation. Oranges also provide vitamin C, folate, and potassium, making them a complete choice for circulation support. Hesperidin works by blocking signals that cause platelets to clump. It also strengthens the layer of cells lining the vessels called the endothelium. A strong endothelium produces nitric oxide, which helps vessels relax and widen slightly. Wider vessels reduce blood pressure and lower the chance that clots will block flow through small arteries or capillaries. In lab tests, hesperidin reduced platelet aggregation triggered by common chemical signals. It also protected endothelial cells from damage that would otherwise signal the clotting system to react. Small clinical trials found that people who took hesperidin supplements or drank orange juice daily saw improved measures of vessel stiffness and lower markers tied to clot risk after 4 to 6 weeks. To benefit from oranges, eat 1 medium orange each day or drink 200 milliliters of pure orange juice. 1 orange supplies about 70 milligrams of vitamin C and a few hundred milligrams of hesperidin. If you want more hesperidin, look for supplements that standardize this flavonoid. often in doses of 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day. Always follow product instructions or seek medical advice before supplement use. Oranges bring more than hesperidin to the table. Vitamin C supports collagen production, which keeps vessel walls strong. Folate helps cells repair and divide properly. Potassium balances fluid levels and supports stable blood pressure. Dietary fiber in whole oranges slows sugar absorption and feeds healthy gut bacteria, which in turn can influence vessel health. People on blood-thinning drugs should mention large intakes of orange juice or hesperidin supplements to their doctor. While whole fruit servings pose low risk, high-dose supplements could add to the effects of medications like warfarin or aspirin. A healthcare provider can help balance diet and medicine for safe circulation support. To include more oranges, peel and segment them for a snack. Add wedges to green or grain salads for a burst of flavour. Stir orange segments into yogurt or cottage cheese. You can also blend oranges with a handful of leafy greens and a banana for a fresh smoothie. By making oranges part of your daily routine, you add a simple, tasty tool to help manage clotting. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more health tips. And as always, keep your heart healthy and stay tuned for more.